Welcome to Journeys with Jason George, episode 30. Deer Hoof Knife. This one is a little bit interesting and not for everybody.
Welcome everyone to Bonafab Custom. We have Jason from Jason George Photography, and we have another little project we're gonna do, and we are doing a knife with some.
Oh dear, this one's really good.
Oh dear, yeah.
Yeah. So I was at a farmer's market and this guy showed up and he was loving that I was sharing skulls and stuff in my presentation. And then he drove home and he got me these
Yeah.
4 hooves that honestly, he said that he prepared them so that they could have like knife blades in them.
Okay. Okay.
And honestly, he just gave them to me and I didn't know what to do, but I thought I knew a guy and you happen to be that guy, so I'm just gonna leave these hooves with you.
Okay. So we're gonna take a look at how we can make this into a knife, and it's possible. We're just gonna have to we gotta kind of brainstorm a little bit about it, which is good. But they're pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, do you know much about deer?
No.
So, in that last video we were making that walking stick, you surprised me with some stuff.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna surprise you with some stuff, okay?
Let's see.
So, you had also said that you wanted me to bring you an antler. So,
Oh, that's a big one.
I recently just found this one as while we've been talking, and I thought that you would enjoy it. It's a fairly large one,
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
right? So this is one of my favorite ones. So you can compare it also sort of to like yours, but you can see all of these like bite marks.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
something ate it.
Yeah, so when a deer actually drops their antlers, another animal will come and actually eat it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a nice one too. Oh, that's neat. Do you want to put this down?
That they can stay there for now. So
What else you got there?
these are some deer hooves.
Oh wow.
Just to, like, this is just the hoof part, so when they actually like stand together, right? But there's an animal called the moose that I don't know if everybody understands the like size difference.
Look at how I'm just gonna take some video close up of that. Kind of to show everyone. Wow, that's a big difference in size there. So this is a moose.
Yeah, this one is a moose, and like they're actually like they're sort of hollow on the inside,
Right.
and then there's like a toe bone that goes inside, and then these little ones here are moose, or sorry, these little ones here are actually deer. So you can see kind of the size difference.
Right.
So when we start to measure size of animals, some of us start talking about like different things. So here, you can hold this.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a toothpick.
It's kind of like a toothpick, and I'll hold this one.
Okay.
So, do you know what part of the animal this is?
No.
It's what makes the difference between a male and a female.
Oh.
So this is a moose,
Okay.
and that little guy is a deer.
Wow.
And that is,
But it's the same bone, basically.
it is the same bone.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
That's, that's
That's
to understand the size difference between, like, I know the hooves kind of show it,
Yeah.
but I think this is also kind of cool to show the difference. Can I show you one more thing?
yeah, sure.
So we saw some antlers. So this is probably the largest pair of antlers
Whoa.
that I've ever found, and it was attached to a deer.
Wow. That is nice too.
That's massive,
Yeah.
right? So that is a fairly large deer. This is
Oh,
this is a moose, and like if we just compare like
Like
the
this?
skulls side by side, we can see how much bigger
wow.
this
That-
actual moose is. And these antlers were in the springtime,
So they're smaller.
so they're actually like have the velvet on, so they're not like this
right.
one has like they're proper in the fall time, but these ones would have actually got way bigger most likely. But like just understand like the
That's
size difference,
massive.
like
Yeah, massive.
And I found both of these, which is
Wow.
even cooler.
I'm gonna just take a quick video
Oh.
up close.
Yeah, I'll do this so that you can get the light on them. Cool.
Those are huge.
And then here, I have one last thing. It's not like deer or moose related, but there's an animal called a Highland cow. And I do have its skull, but it's fairly large. But to me, it's more about like the horn on the Highland cow that's really cool. Because if you look here, and I'll point it out to everybody else, you can actually see like inside where it's a little bit hollow compared to the other antlers that I've shown you.
Wow, that's neat. Oh, it's heavy too.
Yeah, so that one will grow with them. The antlers will fall off every like winter time.
Right.
So I have a feeling that's why it's designed differently.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
No problem. I hope that you enjoyed it, and
Yeah, for sure.
if you do like animals, feel free to check out more animal videos. I have one specifically just on skulls, actually, on my YouTube channel. But I have some other cool things. But that's all I brought for today.
That's cool. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Jason, for showing us those awesome artifacts, those animal artifacts.
Yeah, no problem. I love them, and honestly, I can't wait to see what we actually come together with these hooves and making a hoof knife or
Hoof knife.
Yeah.
You can call it the hoof knife. Yeah, let's get right into the build of the hoof knife.
oh dear. Bye bye.
Rob does some of the work while I'm not here. So he decides on the size of the hoof that he wants for the knife, and then he sets it up. It's quite interesting. It fits quite nicely into my hand, and yeah, never really seen the cross section of a deer hoof like that. Have you? Well, it's kind of cool. And then he starts making this thing. It looks like it's a piece of paper, and he's just tapping away and bending it. Wait, why is he tapping it if it's a piece of paper? It must be something else. So, well, now that you're lighting it on fire, Rob, I definitely know it's not a piece of paper. I wonder what this actually is going to be used for. It looks like it's some kind of metal. Well, now that he's hammering it with this metal spike, I know that it's a piece of copper. Wow, that's cool that he's refined this piece of copper and he's now putting this pattern in it. I bet you this thing's going to look cool. And while I'm making a video, Rob also makes videos. He shares them on his YouTube channel called Bonafide Customs. We both show different angles and different aspects of it.
This plain old copper pipe. You just have to heat it up red hot and quench it so that it becomes soft, or else it's too hard to move around and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Form. And after you do this, it becomes hard again, so it kind of work hardens copper, right? So as you hammer it, it gets hard. And if you need to work on it again, then you would just heat it up red hot and quench it. Unlike, carbon steel, that if you quench it, it becomes hard again. This becomes soft. It does the opposite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to do, I just need a little bit more here.
Both Bonafide Customs and I share different angles. So check them out, subscribe to both of them, and like this video. And check out some of the other videos that I've made. Some are animal related, others are knife related or related to my walking stick. That's a pretty cool project. And I'm actually getting to help. Yep, I'm only just holding this, but I'm still helping. Sometimes having a third hand really does help. I probably get in the way sometimes because I'm trying to videotape and hold.
Just push it against there, and then I can hammer the sides.
This is fun.
You want to get a chair?
Yes, I do actually. That would be amazing.
Grab a chair.
I'm a big fan of sitting.
Yeah. If
Like,
you can,
if you
why
can,
not?
yeah.
Yeah, if you can, why not? There it goes. Okay, you can hold this. Just hold it like that on the side there.
It's awesome to see the attention to detail that Bonafide Custom has when they're doing their projects. This actually only excites me even more for my walking stick. If he's paying this much attention to a small part of the knife, I wonder what he'll do with that walking stick. Well, only time will tell.
Flat
Oh,
again. So I have to do a little bit more again on top. Because you gotta remember, as you
are pushing each one of those hits down.
It's moving and moving metal, which that metal has to go somewhere, so it usually warps around the outside. So, okay, so I have a little bit more here, and then I can do this with the small one, and then I'll just go over.
And this is more acetone, right?
It's acetone, yeah. Yeah, anything to clean off before you glue things, but you can't do it on plastic because this melts plastic.
The acetone does?
Yeah, the acetone
Oh.
will melt plastic. Yeah, even the fumes will melt the plastic.
Huh.
Just imagine what it does to your lungs.
Well, that's why we're in a well-ventilated...
Exactly, yeah. Don't snort acetone.
Safety tip 1.
Yeah, you can do it once.
We add a little bit of color to it, and it's looking pretty good.
This and glue it. Then I can put it this way, and what I'll do is I'll tape it up and everything so I can get this. Like I'll pour glue down there, and then push this down. Because I don't think I can't do both at the same. Well.
Oh, so you have to mix it up together.
Yeah, this is an epoxy, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and it's a 5-minute epoxy, so it doesn't take.
So you have a little bit of time
a
to...
little bit to make sure it's mixed properly.
Oh, okay.
That's the main thing with epoxy; it needs to be mixed. Okay, so now let's be careful. So I think I'm gonna put it down here.
Oh, so it doesn't ooze out.
Kind of want it to come over, but just
Just a hair, but not on the hair.
right. Yes, yes. Doesn't matter if it goes on the metal because it will come off there.
Yeah, but it's the hair that you...
It's the hair of the one. Okay. Like that. Glasses on so I can see.
The precision and care with the way that this hoof is being placed is honestly beautiful to watch. And now we just wait and let it see. Hopefully it works, and it looks kind of cool right now. I wonder what the whole project will actually look like. I'm getting more excited with each passing moment and the more and more I see of it.
So you want it like this?
Like this here.
This
Yep.
way?
Okay, put that on there. Okay. I'm going to put this side down here. Let's see if I can just...
And
Let's see.
you need a second piece, I feel, to go that way.
Let's see. I just need it to kind of hold just for a couple of minutes. Okay, that's okay like that.
Sweet.
Let me just take a look.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Like this will create the seal, and then like once you fill that on the
Yeah.
inside, you're good.
And, okay, so that's it. Just to make sure it's etched before, because I can't do it after. Okay, good. Good. Perfect.
That's so that you can tape, like the pink foam you can tape and not damage the
Exactly.
fur, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, this is an original idea or a real original task for you?
I even I looked it up also on YouTube to see if
Yeah.
anyone's done it. There's like one person that
Oh.
did it. I was surprised actually that
Yeah.
no one did it and made a knife with the hoof.
Right, because it's a wasted part of for a lot of
Yeah.
hunters. Like you can't really do much with the hoof, so why not try something like this, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the old guy who gave this the hooves to me, he probably thought about it, but he never got around to it. So
Yeah, it's not one of those easy things, that's for sure, to do.
I like that blade though. It's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like Damascus is this. You said
That's a twist.
a twist Damascus.
Yeah.
Stretch it out, then you twist it.
Stretch it out, not to a flat plate, to a square,
Okay.
and then you
We'll
Twist
it, and then you.
flatten it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the effect you get. There, so
And so now you're taping it to protect it.
yeah,
from
so
the-
I don't have to scrape the glue off or anything. So
Just the same way you did with the bottom, right?
yeah, and so I don't cut myself. I have to turn on.
That's why I'm a good assistant.
Yeah.
I'm decent with ideas. And then remember about cameras sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I forget about mine sometimes.
That's the worst one. Like, shit, did it in one take.
Right.
You go back, you're like, son of a bitch.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I've seen some cool animal things.
Yeah.
Thought I was recording it. And I was like, what? I didn't hit the button for that once in a lifetime moment. Like you have to put like 3 or 4 of those wads in there, right?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we can do.
Do you want me to hold it with one hand? Would that help you?
No, I'm just gonna pour it in there like that. then I'll put it all around the knife too. So best I can. Okay, do you want to hold this thing upright? It should be okay. It shouldn't drip. I'm just going to make some more quickly.
Yep.
Okay, just hold it like that. I'm just gonna put some more inside here, just like that. I think this is the right way.
And so because it came out, it probably means it was full, right?
Yep. Could be pretty full. I just hope it doesn't go anywhere but there.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so too.
So you want to cut a piece of tape again, or I don't know what's better. Can you just like this there? Actually, just open the tape, and I'll wrap it around after. Recommend that. Okay, so put the tape just on top of there, like that. Okay, I'll take it. Get it on your side for you.
Nope. That's just to keep the pressure so it all like.
Yeah. You gotta put a bit because it's a sharp point there. Now I can. Okay, that's good. That's it. Just let it sit here.
Oh, so you wanted the napkins not for pizza, you wanted it for this.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yes,
wanted to order
right?
pizza.
It's like, how do we get napkins? How do we get free napkins and lunch?
Well, it seems like the knife might actually be ready. And now it's just the big reveal. Kind of like a gender reveal, but not the same. And this is way more personal to me because I don't have any kids. But I'm sure there's a lot of kids I know that will like to see it. Moms and dads too. It'll be pretty cool once it's actually at my house. This one I think is Rob's, and then we'll make 3 more. And yeah, it'll be cool to have a set of them. But all 4 of them will go to different places. I talked to Rob and told him that I really wanted to give one back to the guy who gave me the Hoofs and sort of surprise him with it. Rob loved the idea. Although he did say it was going to take a lot of time and effort on his part, he was totally down for making one for the older gentleman who gave me the Hoofs. It'll be awesome to surprise him and hand it to him. I wonder what he'll say when he gets it back. was only like a month ago or so when he gave them to me. But look at the way that the twists in the Damascus sort of blend into that copper cap or copper guard. It's an absolutely stunning knife and hoof connection. Have you ever seen one so beautiful? Well, now we've got to take off the actual tape around the hoof, and that was a smart move on Rob's part to wrap it in sort of a towel and then tape the towel. The reason he did that was so that he could protect the hair, because the tape, as we pull it out, would actually start pulling the hair out. Man, Rob's always thinking ahead. Just when you think, oh, this will be simple, he's like, no, let's do it this way, and it actually makes the whole project actually simpler in the long run. But that finished product looks sweet. Oh, he's going to let me hold it. Well, I hope so, because one of them's for me. And this thing just looks so cool and fits in my hand so well. This is my first knife that I've ever made. I do know this little boy, he's been making knives most of his life, or some kind of chopping material. Oh, I've got an idea. But more on that a little bit later, maybe in another episode. Well, the final touches and the polishing of the hoof and the knife just to make sure everything shines and just pops. Again, look at the care to the detail and the small little things. These are probably things that most people would have just skipped over and given to you. But nope. Rob takes that extra time and effort and care. And man, it just shows in what a beautiful display piece this is. I can't wait to get it home and share with friends. I wonder what my nieces will say when I show it to them. And now that it's done, Rob gets a couple videos and even a picture or two to share on his channel. Again, Bonafide Customs, check it out. He does some absolutely stunning work. Proof is right in front of you. You should probably like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, then go over to Rob's channel, Bonafide Custom, and subscribe to it. And you'll see so many awesome things. Nature-related, forging, all kinds of things. But until next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep enjoying the wildlife.